Dietitian Ashley Koff with the CW's new Shedding for the Wedding. And I got a question from Perez. Is it okay for women to consume protein bars and shakes, or is it something they should stay away from if they're trying to lose pounds and get the muscle and the body composition? And of course it's an option. This is one of those cases where it's equal, men and women, but the real issue for both is that we've got to get the right quality. And when it comes to quality in terms of our protein, some of the things that we want to look for is making sure that we're getting enough. So a serving size of protein is going to be about 10 to 15 grams. And a lot of the bars on the market may only have 3 or 4 grams. So that doesn't really count as a protein bar. That said, sometimes we just need a quick eating occasion, and if we get a little bit less protein there and we have the right amount at our other eating occasions, it'll play out over the course of the day. The other thing that we want to look for is when we are getting our protein, in the name of getting sufficient protein, are we getting too much carbohydrate? That can be a real issue. A lot of the quote-unquote protein bars or protein drinks on the market actually have a lot of empty calories by way of all of the added sugars that are in there. So you really want to be careful about how many carbohydrates you're getting. A good area to aim for is about 15 grams, and ideally, if it comes from fruit or from grains or from other whole food sources as opposed to added sugars, you're going to get a better health result as well as a better weight loss result. When it comes to the types of proteins, I try to emphasize that we include as many of the vegetarian sources of proteins as well as including the animal sources. So we see a lot of whey protein powders on the market, or things like our soy protein isolate, which is just the isolated part, the protein part of the soybean. That's not going to be giving us a whole food form, so I prefer that we actually consume the whole food form, which would be a bar that contains the whole soy, or maybe to look at things made from hemp protein or rice protein or pea protein, so that we do get more of the plant-based options in. It doesn't mean that a whey protein or an egg white protein is contraindicated. For example, in some of my bars there's whey protein in there, but it does mean that we have other options. And one of the things that a lot of women don't know is that hemp protein actually provides gamelin acid, which is a fatty acid responsible for helping us have beautiful hair, skin, and nails, as well as balancing our hormones. It's also a great source of iron, so it's a good way to get iron in, especially if you're trying to increase your protein at the same time that you have your menstrual cycle. In addition, a lot of these protein powders here, it's not so much about if we're just having the powder, it's about what are we mixing it with. So we don't want to be mixing it with 3 or 4 different types of juices and then adding fruit in there. You really want to look at maybe a plain coconut water or a plain almond milk or even just straight up water and adding that in there, and that's going to give you that correct nutrient balance. Here are a few of my favorite products, and if you have more questions, go ahead and email me at fitperez.com or ashleykoffrd.com. Thank you.